After obviously a very physically and I'm sure emotionally draining couple of days up in London, how are the lads and how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, we're fine. We obviously we got back from London late, but we had yesterday off, and the boys have been back in this morning. We haven't done a great deal today, but we'll do a little bit more on the training ground tomorrow and get ready for Saturday's game down at Gillingham.
And obviously Tuesday, in a lot of respects, a massive game, but in a weird kind of way, is Saturday actually probably a bigger game for the lads?
Look, Tuesday was a great occasion. It will live long in the memory. Of course, 5-0 looks a bit of a hammering, but I thought the boys done really, really well. They've all enjoyed the experience. I don't think they've been scarred by it at all. I think they know that they gave a good account of themselves. And yeah, look, that's gone now. We have to draw a line under it, and now we look back at the league table. And I know the league table doesn't matter too much at the moment, but there's two teams going into Saturday's game, both at the right end of the table. So we know that both teams must be doing something right. So we've got to be prepared for a very, very tough game down at Gillingham. But if we perform like we have been performing this season, then I'm sure we'll give Gillingham a very good game.
And from a personal perspective as well, for this weekend's game, is there an added little extra oomph if you're wanting to win this game?
Look, people are going to say that. Obviously, I didn't leave Gillingham that long ago. I came into the Barrow job, I think it was 27, 28 days after I left Gillingham. But look, yeah, I felt I did leave Gillingham slightly prematurely, but that's football. It happens. I've got no animosity towards anybody at that football club. I wish them all the best, and I'm looking forward to seeing my old players and some old friends and friends that I've still got there on the weekend. But obviously, I will be going there, and I will be going to try and get 3 points. I wanted to go to a football club when I left Gillingham that I felt had a really good chance of being successful. Now, there were a couple of options for me when I first came out, which I wasn't interested in. But once Barrow came calling, I knew there was good football players here. I think we've recruited really, really well. And I think, and I'm really looking forward to the season ahead. I know that I go into every game feeling that we've got a great chance of getting a result. And I feel exactly the same about Saturday.
And we are setting up against a team which, not just your former team, but like you said, very recently was your former team. Do you see a lot of similarities between a Stephen Clemence Gillingham side and the Gillingham side which you'll face on Saturday?
Look, there's a few new players that have arrived at the football club since I've left. Not too many, but there's a few there. But I was aware of them anyway because I was involved in the recruitment process at Gillingham before I left. And obviously, I know the players that are there very, very well. What I do know, there's some very good football players inside that football club, and they're football players I enjoyed working with when I was there. I think both teams do have similar shapes and similar attributes. There's definitely players on the team and the way Gillingham play that we're going to have to be wary of. But there'll be things that we can do as well that hopefully can put Gillingham on the back foot too. So we'll go to Gillingham. We'll try to be ourselves. We'll try and impose our game on them. We know it will be very, very difficult. Priestfield is always a difficult place to go to. Even in my time there, we didn't get beaten from Christmas up to the end of the season. So, and I think they've started this season well too. So, tough game, but that's what football's all about. I'm really looking forward to it.
And how exciting is it? Just like you said, I mean, the league table doesn't mean too much, about a month and a bit into the season. But how exciting is it to be involved in a game of this magnitude so early on?
Do you know what I think? Like the players say, "Oh, it's early days. Doesn't really matter. Table hasn't sort of settled down yet." But let's be honest, it's nice being top of the league. Huh? You'd rather be there than not. I haven't been top of the league too many times in my life, and I feel I've had quite a successful career. No, we've got to enjoy it. But the challenge is now can we try and stay up there? We've obviously got a couple of big games coming up. We've got Gillingham away on the weekend, and then the following Tuesday we have Doncaster away. So 2 very tough games. But as I said before in the interview, these are the games that you should be looking forward to as a football player. I actually think it's a really good game for us after Chelsea, because obviously that is a big occasion for everybody involved at the football club. But if you were playing a mid-table team at home or a side that was down the bottom of the table at this stage, the lads might, I'm a bit tired, or they could have that feeling inside their heads. But I think when you're going into a game where you know it's first v second in the league, I think it does tune you in mentally. I think physically the boys will be fine, and I think they'll always all be looking forward to it.
And with coming off the back of 2 successive away wins in the league, heading into this game, do you think it fills the lads with a bit more confidence, knowing that they've picked up those wins on the road this season?
I think the boys are feeling confident. Look, we've played 11 games here now this season. We've only been beat on 3 occasions, and 2 of those have been by teams in a division above us. Well, not division above us. One was a Premier League team, one was in the division above us. So we're doing well. The boys are in confident spirit, and every game they go into, they know they've got a good chance, and know they're going to take teams on. And I expect it to be no different this weekend when we go into it'll be a difficult stadium to go to. Gillingham's fans will be right up for it, but we got to go there and try and quieten them down, and as I say, impose our game on them. I think it should be a good game for the neutral, but obviously we're going there to try and win the game and get 3 points if we can.